Hello everyone, Marcus Stahl here. It's been a little while since I've last posted a video, so I wanted to quickly give you guys an update as to what's been going on in the background and what I'm going to be doing here in the near future. In terms of video content, I'm currently scripting out 2 videos, with the third being somewhat planned as well. The first of the 2 being worked on now is a video that explores some of the principles and ideas that are helpful towards the production of a real-life nerve gear, unlike the How the Nerve Gear Works video, which analyzed the fictional specs of the device. This video will go over some of the more broader ideas and methodologies towards the development of a real-life nerve gear equivalent. Expect this within a week. The other video is an update of the Can We Make Sword Art Online Today video I posted last year. It's going to be updated to present some of the progress that has been made on the end of the creation of the game like Sword Art Online, though with a bit more attention towards the VR aspect in the game design than last time. Next week is likely when the video will be up. The last video I have planned is a bit of an outline of the updated virtual reality rig for 2015. I'm working more on the design document for this than the actual video at this stage, though it should be noted that I'm angling things this time a bit more on a pragmatic, cheaper, and more consumer-oriented approach, since in all honesty, most of what I covered last year still kind of applies this year, which kind of disappoints me since it kind of implies that virtual reality development may not be as high gear as I'd been expecting. But I'll hopefully have some of my engineering learnings and budget-formed experimentations to help supplement that development. Outside of videos, I've got some programming and development going on in the background. I've been using Unity a lot these past few weeks, immersing myself in C# and working towards the development of both the Sanctuary Hub and a simple platformer. Both will be available to try as soon as they're nearing their alpha stages. I've covered the hub slightly before, but I suppose I should go into the platformer a little bit, since it and the hub together clearly represent one of the sources of inspiration I'm drawing from, Super Mario 64. You see, I grew up playing games on the Nintendo 64 for more time than I did any other gaming platform, and undoubtedly, the game on the Nintendo 64 which has had the longest lasting impact on my design ethic has been Super Mario 64. The Sanctuary Hub is in many ways a callback to the Castle Hub from Super Mario 64, and I suppose the platforming aspect kind of harkens to that as well. The entirety of the Nintendo 64 era has actually been proving rather valuable to my exploration of VR game design, since that generation, consisting of the Atari Jaguar, Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn, shares a trait with VR of being the time that ushered in the dawn of a new era in gaming, 3D polygonal gaming. Before that, most console platforms produced mostly 2D content. The coming of the 5th generation of gaming, as it's called, brought about the coming of 3D to gaming, incurring the dawn of new possibilities and challenges for game design. VR is in a similar position, where it's brought about a new way to view games and likewise its own set of challenges. I'm looking to that generation for inspiration, since it shows us where developers of the past stumbled and wanted to go with 3D polygons but perhaps couldn't due to some technical hurdles, or to see some of the developmental ideas and innovations that were made in order to handle a brand new environment that developers hadn't been experienced with before. Directly, the platform I'm working on, while taking inspiration from Mario's movement systems, is actually based in the first-person perspective in order to take advantage of some of the new opportunities virtual reality can apply. There aren't many games nowadays that actually take platforming from the first person and use it as their main modus operandi. There are many reasons for this. Most games are played on 2D screens, which means that players have no intuitive method of directly lining up their jumps in the first person. Add in the lack of bodily awareness that first-person titles tend to place on their users thanks to their tendency to map the right analog stick or mouse to their rotational axes, and users are met with a challenge that can be rather difficult to deal with without putting up with some support systems. However, VR is fortunately able to eliminate both of these problems in one fell swoop, even at its current incarnation. Head-mounted displays like the Oculus Rift offer 3D vision and thus eliminate the problem that a lack of depth normally creates in the user. In addition, the problem of lining up one's body to a jump can be alleviated somewhat thanks to the ability to move one's head in a separate axis to one's body that head tracking provides, allowing the user to quickly check their hands and feet with a quick glance rather than having to worry about messing up their direction of shot by moving out the right analog stick or their mouse. I'll go more into things as I start nearing the stage where things look presentables, so expect more news on that soon. Remember to follow me on Twitter or keep up with the blog for the latest information on my activities. There should be links for both down below in the description. Thank you very much for watching this video. This has been Marcus Stahl, logging out.